Alright, hello and welcome back. This is the Vulcan gas depot run on Stationeers. I just saw something lit up on screen, Deep Scar South. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The game did update, so that must be a new feature with the terrain update. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see, get our tool belt opened up. Our suit's looking fine, so we can close that for now. Actually, let's get some oxygen going.
Air tank critical.
Okay, and then I remembered from when I was rewatching the edited video, I forgot to put on some insulation on a few of these pipes, so we're going to have to take care of that right away. We'll head into our greenhouse here. So I need to insulate a few of these that are on right there. So that should take care of those. These are on frames, so these won't need to be insulated. And then I actually need to worry about, oh boy, we're a little short on insulation kits. Okay, I'll head out. And I guess let's make a few of those insulation kits. I want to insulate the airlock pipes a little bit too. Steel and silicon, and I'll bet we don't have any silicon. Yeah. Oh, I guess we don't have steel either. So, alright. So, well, that means we got to do some mining. Let's get a couple lockers set up first of all. Boy, don't have any iron. Do we have anything at all? So I'm just going to fast forward through this here. I basically just make a small batch of steel and a couple other ingots for inside, so there's no need to show all the details for that. Close that, close that.
Power low.
And let's see if we can grab some silicon quickly while it's still warm out. There we are. Okay, so that'll let us make a little bit of insulation. I'm just going to need a few of these kits here. And I'll make like 3 of them maybe. So that's insulated, that was insulated. And I think this whole thing, yeah, so there, we're all insulated now. I'll just have to, we'll put those up, and then we'll use these last couple to insulate those as well. Where did those kits end up? I put them in there. Okay, so let's find pipe cowling is right there. Put that on there. And now an active vent. And that should finish out this airlock as far as the plumbing side of it. Obviously it's not complete yet, but don't really need it right away here. Just going to put that in. There we are. Okay. I guess let's do a bit more Smelting. Let's get some iron cooked up so we can make some lockers out here. So I want to set up kind of a small sort of, almost a porch area outside here. A little bit of a garden shed type area where we can have some storage out here for equipment and things. That saves us running in and out of the building quite so often. And we can offload some of this stuff. Leave these out here. I guess we can leave this battery here for now. Just going to try and clear some of this out so we can do a bit of mining while the sun is up. So let's go and do that real quick. Okay, so we're back inside. We did a fair bit of mining there. I'm going to just really quickly try and run some cable up and over the ceiling here, over to the interior of my greenhouse. And this will set up for some lights and things too. Do we not have... We have to make some copper real quick. Feed a stack of copper in there. There we are. So my health is dropping quickly. I'm gonna try and get this set up here real quick so while I'm inside I can do some wiring. Actually, let's just come like this. There we go. This is going to be a lot more efficient. There we are.
Waste tank critical.
Okay, waste tank critical. Let's empty that out real quick.
Pressure high.
Let's retop off our oxygen as long as we're here.
Critical.
And let's see if we can find... Is all our food and water, I think, is in there. Let's bring... Okay, close that up for now. Alright, so let's take off this suit and our helmet.
Hunger caution.
There we are. And now we are not dying. So now we can do a little bit of wiring real quick here. Let's get a light set up. That way we can see what we're doing. There we are. Not too bad. So now, since we're in here, I've got a lot of warnings up here. I've got a hydration and everything. Oh, sorry, I'm going to pause for a second. Take care of my dog. He sees someone outside. Okay, I'm back. Let's get... Is that switchgrass? It's only switchgrass seed that we start with. barely growing,
Hydration critical.
and it's in darkness. So we're going to have to fix this grow light. I set this up wrong the last time. So I need it to be this orientation. And it's centered on there. So I think right there is where we want it. Okay. And now barely growing, so the pressure is too low. I think we need 50 kilopascals for that to be happy. Growing moderately well. There we are. So let's get a few more of those planted then. We'll start growing some oxygen. And I guess let's just plant all 10. So we need just a little bit more pressure. That should do. And it's a little chilly in here, but it will warm up over time. Our mood is not great. We're hungry and thirsty. Let's take care of that next. So we're going to want a water bottle filler. So let's put that there for now. Okay. And we are probably not going to have enough cable. Oh, we're one short. How frustrating. Well, that's fine. We've got another thing of bottles right here. We can sort that out. Just drink one of these. And so once we get this cabled up, I'm going to put this in here because it's hard to see back in the corner there. Okay, so that's looking all right.
Critical.
Take care of the hunger alarm there too. Oh, I just totally finished that. Okay. I think I want... Oh, here's what we'll do. Oh, that's not going to save us one. I do want to rearrange this a little bit, though. Go that way. That way. There, that fills in the light back here a lot better, so it's a lot easier to see. We don't have shadowed areas. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Got a basic little habitat set up here, and I guess our hygiene indicator is taken care of, so we'll put our suit back on, close up our helmet, and let's continue on with the build. Okay, to start with, we're going to need just as many cables as we can get. Let's just print all of those. 801. That's not going to be enough. Not the end of the world. Yeah, I do have iron in there. Okay, well, I think I'm going to take a little break here and figure out what my next steps are. For right now, we'll just drop some of this stuff down here. Alright, gonna pause for a minute. Okay, I took a little break. I was having some trouble just figuring out exactly what to do, so came back and a little more focused now. Hopefully things go a little better. So next thing I think we're going to work on is getting the trading post set up. So I want to start putting that together. We right now started with only, what was the switchgrass that we start with. So we don't have any potatoes or anything to grow for food. So I want to start getting the trading platform established, which is pretty easy because they give us this crate that basically has everything in it. So I'm going to set that up here, and we'll make some progress on that. I don't want it too close to the base. I'm going to run it out a ways here. Okay, and let's get our welder out and weld these up. I guess technically I don't need to weld the underside of these. I'm going to do it just for completeness' sake, but once I put the platforms on top, that would sort of cover the thing anyway. So yeah, it looks like it's clear out that direction. That should be fine. And just for fun, I think I'll put in the diagonals. I usually just go basic landing pad everywhere, so it's completely undecorated, but we'll put in a little bit of artistic flair, I guess. We'll put data and power here. Where's the button? There's the button on that side. Okay. Oh, these want cable coils. That's that taken care of. And then we need the computer and the dish. The vending machine, I guess, we'll put inside. Motherboard, and let's put, so they gave us an extra 600, what is it, euros, I guess is the symbol they're using there. We'll take that with us inside and just put it into our suit here, rather. And then the rest of this we'll bring inside. Okay, we'll have to set up the computer and stuff somewhere. I guess we'll put it probably over here. Computer. Assemble that. Just put the motherboard in. Okay, and then the dish we'll set up next to it. Now the dish actually can be inside. It doesn't have to be outside. So if you put it inside, it's a little easier to operate. Can't remember if that's iron sheets to weld that up. Are we just out of iron sheets? Oh, I'll bet they're on the shelf outside. Yeah, there we are. Cable coil. That looks like that's complete. So these both need data and power. It's a little more efficient this way. Okay, that right there should be all we really need. Interstellar ingots. Doesn't look like there's any seed traders. Yeah, there's not any seed traders right now, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Once we wire this up, we'll be ready to go. Oh, really? Kind of annoying having to duck around the furnace like that, but it is what it is. Okay, and then that is the landing pad powered up, and that's ready to go. So nextly, we are going to look at, I guess, doing a bit more mining. I'd like to get my starting ores, or my, my alloys all taken care of. Why is that? That was weird. It wouldn't let me put it on the shelf for some reason. Okay, I'm going to run and do a bit of mining here. Okay, that's enough mining to do the basic alloys, so it's perfect noonday temperature. We're going to vent out the existing gases because they're a little bit too cold. So let's throw this on exhaust and we'll kick that on. That'll speed things up a little bit too. And we'll start pushing warm air in there now. That'll bring the temperature up and introduce some hydrogen in there. Let's just take care of this real quick. There we are. Okay, that should be good on that. So we're going to start initially, so electrum is equal parts silver and gold. And we're going to start by making those. However, this is way too hot right now because both the silver and the gold off-gas oxidizers, which made the furnace incredibly hot. So that right there will be electrum when we run it through a cooler furnace, or at least a lower pressure furnace. For right now, we're over 1200. Let's see. I gotta look at, I can never remember which one around it is. I think it's the, Invar we want first, I believe. Ingots. Sorry, I went to the wrong one. Invar. So 18 to 20 and over 1200 to 1500. So we should be good on that. So we're going to put in our nickel and iron. Yep, iron and nickel. That will cool the furnace a little bit. Not enough, but that's fine. Because to bring this to 18 megapascals, we'll have to introduce air. And that is going to drop the temperature as that air is added. If we have to, we can just wait till night and push cold air in, but it looks like this is going to be plenty anyway. Oh boy, the temperature is not wanting to climb. Let's actually just kick this out. We'll put the Invar there. Let's just run, since we've got plenty of temperature, let's run a little bit of steel through. Actually, that did it right there. Let's kick that out. So that's degassed, and now if we run our invar, we're just a little bit too warm, or too high pressure, excuse me. But the pressure we can easily... Oh, we're below temperature. Shoot. Put just too much in. Too much pressure. That dropped the... Oh, this is not going well. Okay, let's run a stack of iron. Just because we need iron. And let's throw in just a touch of that. That's going to boost our pressure and temperature. Temperature's high enough, so now let's put in the invar mix. There we go. We've got plenty of temperature. Ooh, looks like there's oxidizer still in there. And there's our invar. A little bit of a show. Okay. Now let's try iron and copper, or excuse me, nickel and copper. That will make constant tan. And that wants over 1,000 and over 20. It's putting just a touch of pressure. There we are. There's our constantan made. And now let's do a batch of steel, I guess. Second 50 stack. Our third 50 stack. And let's run this degassed coal in there. 1100 degrees. We're still plenty warm for steel. So there's a 200 brick of steel. And nickel. So we've got solder inside already, so the only thing left is our electrum. And what does that want? Any temperature over 600 and low pressure. So, see if we're going to get any fire this time. Nothing. All right. And once that drops below 2.4 megapascals, we'll have our electrum. So aside from a small explosion, we got our alloys made easily enough. So that is that. Let's switch out some of this stuff here. Let's bring the vending machine inside, I guess. We'll bring that. Leave these crates out here, and then that's everything. Oh, as long as we've got some temperature too, let's get a little bit more iron. See if we can get... Oh. It's too cold. That's fine. We just degas that iron. That's all right. Let's degas this. Actually, the copper we can smelt directly. There we go. All right. So now that we have all our first step of alloys, let's get a tool printer. Oh, it's in this one. That's right. And let's start making our printer mods. So steel and electrum, it wants constant tan. And a solder I had somewhere around here. Solder, right there. Okay. And these are going to take forever to print. I guess while we're waiting on those, we'll run and have a quick bite to eat. And a drink. Actually, before we do that, let's check, make sure there's no trading. Cosmic Curiosities. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of these sell seeds either. Okay. Have a quick bite to eat. Looks like our hygiene's getting better. We'll finish wiring this up. We were a wire short before. So now I can turn that on and fill our water bottles. There we are. And I left the light on. Barely growing. Does not have the correct atmosphere. Okay, so this... Yeah, we're short of CO2, and we also left the light on. We're probably light stressed on the plants. I left the grow light on. I'm going to have to get that automated pretty quickly here. We are going to have to bring in... Let's do this. So our waste tank we can empty in here. That's going to warm it up a tad. I should step away. That might be too hot. It might burn me. And now if we check... Yeah, 3 moles of carbon dioxide. It's not great, but it does have some. Ironically, our plants are making just a little bit too much oxygen for the time being. Although it'll be easy enough to bring in some of the waste gases from that are in the container out here. My canister emptier. Okay, printer mod should be... No, that's not done, but the tool manufacturer is. So we'll get that set up. And that's going to want iron sheets. And cables. It's plastic sheets. Where did I put those? Those are probably outside. Yep, there they are. All right, and a screwdriver. So that's that built. We will install our printer mod here. And now that we have upgraded the electronics printer, that will allow us... don't build one of those. To update all of the other mods. So we want the tool printer first so we can start making better tools. From here we're going to want stackers. It's just one of those for now. And we'll want a few chutes as well. Okay. And I know that's slower, but this one's busy, so we're just going to make a few cable coils while we're waiting. We're running kind of low on those. You can never really have enough cable coils. Oh, I hope I didn't. I got to be careful. Yep, I can't be wiring or I'll interrupt the print. Okay. Lots of gold in here. Ooh, air tank low. Let's sort that out. And let's actually get this cleaned out. Oh, that did the opposite of emptying that. Let's start putting some of this together. And once again, I'm just going to fast forward through a little section here. I had a few false starts while building this, so I'm just skipping ahead to when it's actually finished, so you don't have to watch me take it apart and put it back together a couple of times. Okay, tool printer mod. Oh, are we that dead on power? We're at 0 power. Wow. Okay, I really need to sort out some power here. I guess while we're waiting on power, we're going to have to just mine a little bit. Get a little bit more here. Switch some of these lights off to save a little power if we can. How's that looking? 0%. Just barely charging. Oh, the battery died. Ironic, we don't have enough power to make more power generating equipment. Nebula nurturers. So that actually sells seeds. We're just absolutely toast on power. I'm going to see if I can do this. So we're trying to find this nebula nurturers. I think that's going to be a trader that's going to sell seeds. There we go. They are 7x7 and a 15 landing pad. That doesn't do us any good at all. There we are. Let's try and get one more wind turbine, and I guess that's it for now. We also want to get some tools printed. So we want the Mark II tools. We're going to need all this stuff out of the other printer. Let's hold off on those for now. A weather station wasn't what I was trying to make, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'm going to go install this wind turbine in the meantime. There we are. That'll be a little bit more power coming in. Okay. $35 grams of copper in that machine. I'm just going to let that run completely out into cable coils because we need a lot more of them. And there we are. Weather looks clear. It's only, it's day 6, so we are coming up on the potential for storms. So I think this is another good place to take a little break. I'm going to regroup a little bit and think about where else we can go next. We'll check our trader list again once. Doesn't look like any. Yeah, Interstellar Essentials might have. They're 3x3. Let's see if we can grab them real quick. There we are. Interrogate them. We'll run out and turn on the landing pad. We should be able to call them down. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to see what these guys have for sale. So one of the criteria that we'll be enforcing later on is that we do have to do at least one trade with every person we call down to land. I don't know for sure if I'm going to enforce that right off the bat because I don't consider the gas depot actually operational yet. However, we're going to try our best to see. He just might not have anything that is worth buying, so we'll see. Oh, what is he sold out of things before he even gets here? How does that work? Chocolate bar. Yeah, he just sells food and stuff. Well, actually, it's kind of silly. Oh, he wants water. That's going to be a lot more trouble than hard suit. That's going to be pretty hard to make. Let's buy these cereal bars, and that way we can say we've traded. We've completed at least one full trade with this trader. Oh, I need space in my hand. Okay. Oh, it's going to be annoying to... I have to buy them individually. So we are only going to buy 2 cereal bars from you. And I guess we will depart you. Repair kit. Crazy. The box of spray cans would be kind of fun to buy as well. Can easily make those, but honestly, that's kind of fun. Okay, so yeah, let's send you off. We did complete a couple of trades with him, so technically we're following our sort of self-imposed rule. Let's see if any new traders have come in. Nothing so far. Alright, so as I said, I think that's a good stopping point for today. Going to stop and kind of regroup a little bit. So we've got our trading platform set up. We made all the basic alloys. We're ready to start putting down some atmospherics kits outside here. I should just clean these out of my inventory. Where'd my other one end up? Did I just lose an atmospherics kit somewhere? I'm sure I did. Who knows? But we will solve all that in the next episode, and probably more. So for now, I'll see you later. Bye.